Hello, Andre, and welcome to my assignment 6 video. This is my mountain car I have driving along. Um, it can still flip, but it's not gonna wildly flip out of control. Um, what would the fun be if your car could stay upright the entire game? So what we're seeing is a bumpy terrain and the car traversing it, and then let's just for fun go off. Yay. Um, and then that is gonna be. I need the other car. That's gonna be in contrast to the faster but harder to control car. Oh please. Oh wow, that's lucky. Which is this one. So it might be difficult to see where the different differences are. I will point them out. They're not that drastic, and that wasn't very bumpy terrain. But um, the most varied that I could get these cars was by changing two. I got the most return out of controlling the max speed that a car could go. For the city car, it can go faster because it's not changing its rotation much. It doesn't have an opportunity to fly off the terrain and start flipping wildly. As opposed to the mountain car, which can only go so fast, but because of that, it doesn't have the opportunity to do crazy things. And then I've paired that with adjusting the friction here on the cars. So the city car doesn't have as much friction, and it ends up going. Um, what I found from the friction is the higher a wheel's friction is, the more likely it is to um, grip the road so hard that one of the wheels suddenly gets launched, and then you get the spinning pattern. So because I'm not worried so much about flying off the handle here, or because at a faster speed it's more likely for the car to go crazy, I've lowered the friction here, as opposed to the mountain car, where since we're going up hard terrain, we need more friction to stay on the road and um, grip it and keep going, but we're not going as fast, so there's not as much of a risk there. I also toyed around with the density of things, seeing if maybe having the body of the car weigh more, then maybe it wouldn't um, fight gravity so much and go up. But all that did was sink my car to the ground and make it immobile. So that's what I have for the cars. If you want to switch between these two scenes, you can just go to this load resources, and then we have the hill climb racing, which is what we were just in, and then this is assignment 6. So I would like to show you the seesaw first. Let's go to that. Be gone, and here we are. So this is the seesaw. It's very fun. It's functional. These are the joints I have going. Um, I I think I really understood joints after I finished this, and so the joints here I feel are a little funky. You have just a revolute here. Um, the prismatic joints are anchored to this static stand that you have going, and then there's two pin blocks that allow these to rotate. So if we want to see the bouncing one more time, looks like this. Amazing. As opposed to what I'm really proud of this week, which is my Ferris wheel. This is a six arm Ferris wheel. Look at them go. We love them. These are all the joints I have going. So here in the middle we have one pin block, one invisible square. That is connected to each of these arms with a revolute on a motor. The arms are connected to a pin block that's on each of these platforms, and then the prismatic joint on each of these is also, I believe, to the center pin. I feel like I might have forgotten how I did that at this point. Um, And I tried to do a version where there was two prismatic joints. There was one from here on the platform down to the center, and then another prismatic joint going back and forth, but that didn't do anything for me. So what I have here is that I've just locked them on the axis that they can be, so they really can't rotate at all, and it's just the pin block going around that can rotate them. So that's that. And then I made it not regenerative, but I made it so that you can have as many in a circle as you want, because it seemed easier to do that than copy and paste a ton of code. So I can have as many pigs as I want. The pigs themselves are jointed with a distance joint to each of the corresponding platforms, and I have a way for them to break the joint and go off when they're hit by a bird. It's not working yet because I'm just getting the craziest bug with it, but the logic behind it should work. And so here are they're under my presets. And I have them all labeled if you want to go through and look at them. And then I'm sure I'll ask you about this in class, but I also keep track of all the joints and I destroy the joints. And all that fun stuff. So that is my assignment for this week. Thank you so much.